A new study warns that with every wipe, we're flushing our environment down the toilet. Look at that. Researchers at the University of Florida found that multiple bathroom tissue brands contain what are called forever chemicals. That's raising concerns around how much of those chemicals are ending up in our waterways. Joining me with more on this is Boreal Corporate Campaign Director at the National Resources Defense Council, Shelley Vineyard. Nice to talk to you this morning.
Thank you for having me, Lindsey.
Okay, so this study notes that toilet paper represents a major source of PFAS entering wastewater systems. Previously, the Canadian Environmental Law Association warned in a report, I'm going to quote here, that even wastewater treatment plant effluent becomes a source of PFAS contamination to the environment. How widespread has the presence of these chemicals become?
Incredibly widespread. I mean, one of the things that is both surprising and not surprising about this study is that PFAS is even found in our toilet paper. PFAS is so common that it is found in our air, our water, and our products.
And just to be clear, tell everyone what is PFAS?
It's a toxic chemical that is persistent and nearly impossible to destruct. It's toxic at extremely low parts per trillion and poses significant risks to our health.
So Canadians flush roughly 2.17 billion pounds of toilet paper each year. Think about that. Whoa, 984 million kilograms. So PFAS isn't the only issue. Where does toilet paper used in Canada and the U.S. typically come from?
So this is another surprising thing about toilet paper. Many major toilet paper manufacturers make their toilet paper using entirely forest fiber. And large portions of this fiber come from Canada's own Boreal Forest, which is one of the most important and special places on the planet, as many of your watchers will know.
Let's talk about why it is so important. Why is this ecosystem so critical?
Canada's Boreal Forest is home to more than 600 Indigenous communities whose ways of life are inextricably tied to the health of the forest. It is the threatened species habitat for the threatened species like Canada's boreal caribou. It's also habitat for the Canada lynx, and it's incredibly important in the fight against climate change. The boreal stores more carbon acre for acre than any other terrestrial ecosystem on the planet.
Shelley, I want to ask you about this research that was done previously that warned that toilet paper does little to remove feces. Alternatives like bidets, for example, they're around. We're in a house right now that has a bidet. Why do you think we're so tied to toilet paper?
Well, I think that has to do with many manufacturers like Procter & Gamble that makes Charmin and Puffs facial tissue. They're very effective at their marketing. They make us believe that we need toilet paper in order to stay clean. Mm-hmm. And bidets are a fantastic alternative. They actually use less water overall than the manufacturer of toilet paper. But what I will say is that if you aren't ready to make the switch to a bidet, there are plenty of more sustainable alternatives out there. The reason we release a scorecard every year is to educate consumers and allow them to vote with their dollars. To say, we're not going to be complicit in fueling a treated toilet pipeline. There are products made with sustainable fibers like bamboo and recycled content, which definitely get the job done, and people are really happy with them.
Well, Shelley Vineyard, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.